Well, hello, fabulous leaders. Thank you so much for joining us today. I know we gave you the opportunity to watch this on your lunch break, or we're going to record it because we know several of you are at work and we did change the time on you. But we want to make it convenient so you're not spending a lot of time at night, because we do have a lot of meetings at night and we want you to have your family time. We've created these. There's going to be no name on those. We didn't put any in the current incentives, so that you can take this PowerPoint and you can use it with your team as you like. And say if you got a new leader that's joined, they can go back and start the 13 weeks. And what we're going to do is just break up 13 weeks to give you some ways to help move your business. And I'm Tina Bridges.
I'm Dawn Canoy.
And our friend Tracy, did she get knocked off?
I think she did. So she'll be back. She'll be back.
She'll be back on in just a few minutes. Well, what we want to do is first talk about some things on this call, and we want to talk about first your goals. So what I'm going to do is read your goals, and Dawn will go over the team goals for you as we're waiting for Tracy to hop back on. What we just want you to do is, and you want to do this with your team too, is really write down your goals. First thing you got to do is write down your why. Why are you doing this? Several times when we talk to you and you want to do the same, we're going to model what we want you to do with your team so that you can make all your dreams and your goals come true. But the first thing is important is why you're going to do it. Because if someone comes to you and says, Dawn, I am so tired. I don't have enough customers. I'm not getting what I wanted. You know, you want to go back and say, well, tell me why you joined to start with. What was it? What made you join Avon or start your leadership team? If they say to pay a bill or their children, you can turn it back around that so that they know this is what you're focusing on. It helps keep the focus. I always tell everybody, if it's, vacation, even if it's your family, whatever it is, put that in your planner, right there on your computer, somewhere that you can always keep that focus. And you want to write down the goals. So you've got your why. What are your goals? I would put them right on your, this is my goal. I don't want to sell this much. And you want to have current goals that are going to be short-term and long-term. What is it that your sales you want to have? How many team members do you want to add? And what is your team sales that you want? And you want to write those down. Then you want to put them on actions. Because you can say, hey, I want to add a team member every campaign or every week. We would say, you want to add one maybe every week if you really want to grow, but you come up with that. It needs to be your plan, not my plan, not Tracy's, not Dawn's, and you don't need to dictate that to your team either. Let it be their goals, because if it's their goal, their vision, they're going to work harder for it. But they want to have those action steps on the calendar. So if you want to build a team, well, what are you going to do? On your calendar, you need to have income producing activities. So on your calendar, you and your team should have something. It should look something like, okay, I've got to go to the grocery store. When I go to the grocery store, my goal is to have 10 leads before I come back home. Is there an event I'm going to put on my page? Am I going to go to new businesses? Something like that is kind of what we're talking about. Have those things on your page. If you're going to have a meeting, put them on your page. Everything needs to be on your calendar every campaign. And Dawn's going to go over your team goals with you.
Okay. And, because you're going to have your personal goals and you're going to have the goals that you want to, for your whole team to work together on. And so you want to have opportunity presentations. And we're going to load one on the executive team page under the files. There's going to be an opportunity meeting there that you can use as a PowerPoint, or you can print it off to have it in your binder and take it with you, so that you can do opportunity presentations yourself. And you can also conduct them for your new team members to help them get their team going. You want to have weekly contact with your team, whether it's by a phone call, a Zoom meeting, question answer time. Have some team challenges just for your group that you're working toward. Brainstorm together, because like I tell my team all the time, there's none of us that's as good as all of us. So when you share ideas with your team, then it's, look how our team is doing. Look, you look at the recognition in our district, our team is the top ones. It's really fun to involve them all and get everyone going the same direction. So set goals together, challenge one another, and then recognize those successes on that next week's call. How well did you guys do on what you set out to do the week before? Okay, this is where we are. Now where are we going to go for the next week? and then just kind of checks and balances each time. Did we get the goal we wanted to get? We didn't. Why? And just reassess and say, okay, let's try it differently this time. Make sure you know the current products so that when you're out and about, you can share that excitement. Because at Avon, we don't introduce new products. We unleash new products. So have that enthusiasm and going out there and talking to people, you'll be amazed at how that's going to continue on.
Okay, guys, so we are looking at, again, a 13-week program. So this is what you have to do in your week 1, and we're going to go over each task individually. But the first one is understand your Avon opportunity. That's key importance. You can't talk about the opportunity with others unless you understand it yourself. So, you know, we have lots of programs out there. We have Avon University. We have your upline is a source, your district managers are a source. So really understand the Avon opportunity and all that it has to offer you, because when you're out there talking about it confidently, more people will want to come with you.
Okay, and the starter kit, and what we mean by that, a lot of you, of course, you've already got your starter kit, and if you've been around us a while, been around for years, you probably don't have a new starter kit. So you can go to youravon.com and you can download those so that you can read along when you're talking to your new representative. But you'll have, it comes in a folder like this, and then your new representatives, they're going to get this nice little booklet. They're going to get this wonderful sheet that you hear us talk a lot about, the daily care bundle. So they'll have a nice sheet like this, but I would email that to them so that they have that and they can start looking at that. Even though they find it, I would email them that so that they can print it off, because sometimes people have a hard time finding the materials that they need. So have all those. So you want to go back and revisit so you know what they're getting. They're going to get these beautiful new opportunity booklets as well. And then they'll have the receipt book. And you want to go over the receipt book with them. And just so you know, this is one thing I want to point out in the starter kit. When they get a new booklet, it will not have the, what you're charging, the 75 cent. And the reason we do that now, because there's a lot of shipping charges not shipping, the postage service has gone up. So your shipping for your whole order has gone up. So that way you can add, a lot of people are adding like $1. That way you're adding kind of what you want. But just go back and revisit this kit so that you can go over when you get a new representative join your team. You want to pick up the phone and you want to really be talking about what they have in their kit and go over that with them.
Right. And then you want to complete the training if you have you want to encourage your new people to do the training. Go to Avon University there and under your resources, under training, and take the classes that are available. They're going to feel very comfortable, very confident when it talks about starting your first order, how to submit your order online, introducing your e-store. There's tons of resources there for them. And if you get them going to that resource from the beginning, then you as their leader can kind of track their progress and what classes have they completed. And if they have a question for you, and so this is where you need to go back. If you haven't been there in a while, you need to go back and go through the university trainings yourself and know what's there and know the content of those training classes. So when one of your people is asking a question, say, okay, well, I'm going to help guide you through that, but I want you to this week go to Avon University and click on whatever and get them to go to that class and take that 10, 15, 20-minute class so that they're more versed, and now they're learning where to find the answers for their questions. Okay? So that's what we'd really like you to do. Know your training and encourage them to do their training.
How'd you get that? Okay, so another thing is, have you started or have you revisited your list of 100 names and places that you attend? Have you added to it over the years? Are you encouraging your new people to do the same? Because if yourself and your new people have a place to start, it'll be a great kickoff to your business, a kickoff to building a team, a kickoff to getting customers. And are you adding to it on a campaign basis? Because you meet new people. You are interacting with people all the time. You're going to new places. So are you building from that 100 names? And if you haven't ever done that activity, or your new people haven't done that activity, it's a great way to get them started, and for you to just revisit your friends and family and your places that you attend and things like that, and then keep adding to it, because that should be a list that you work from every campaign. And you can see, well, if this person hasn't ordered in a couple of campaigns, am I consistent? Have I skipped over her? Has she not gotten a brochure in a while? You know, that's the kind of things you need to ask yourself, because more than anything, your customers want to see your consistency. Have you asked your customers in a while if they're looking to make extra money? Because they love your products, they're purchasing it for you. So that list, get a spiral notebook, you get a notepad, whatever, however you work from it, your phone, however you put things, make lists on, work that list on a campaign basis. That's going to be your base to your business to grow from, and I always encourage your new people to do the same.
And this week too, you know, like we said, this week 1, this is like if you are current, or you'll take this to add to, you know, a brand new, this is what they would do is start week 1. But you might have already had a conversation with one of us or your upline. But this way we want you to do right now is, if you're watching this, go back and give us a call your upline, and make a phone conversation. And in that conversation, you want to talk about, okay, this is where I want to move my business. So like if you're talking to me, I want to, you know, just pick up the phone and say, I really want to talk to you about my business. What are your goals? Go over your goals and how they can help you. If you don't have an upline, call your district manager. Or if you have an upline that you cannot get in touch with this week, call your district sales manager, one of us, because we want to talk to you. Let's come up with a plan and goals, and let's put it in writing. You know, that way we can follow up and say, how's it going? And we can work through things and brainstorm. We don't have all the answers, but the biggest thing is working together and brainstorming and holding each other accountable. So that's what we want to do. So make your note today. I'm going to call my district manager or upline and really had a good conversation about where I want to move my business.
And we want to encourage you to plan your own weekly meetings with your team. Doesn't have to be a huge event. It could be meeting at the coffee shop or anything. You want to just start finding out a consistent time that you can build with your team each week, and keep it consistent. Okay. You know, start your meeting, and remember, it's your meeting. You're going to cover what you want. It might be things that you learn from some of our meetings that you want to take into your meeting, but you know, just pick a time and stick with it. You know, the old adage, build it and they will come. Okay. And so the more you're doing it on a consistent level, the more your new team will expect it. When you get them to join, you set that as an expectation. I meet with my, you know, team every Monday or every Thursday or whatever you do, let them know. And then if you find out, well, there's some reason they can't join at that time, well, then you can make a special time to update them on that weekly events. You could have your own group Zoom or whatever, or your own group Facebook page for updates to that thing. Okay. Don't ever be discouraged if you get a small turnout, because enormous businesses are built on small meetings. Okay. So that's your key to your success. It's just consistency.
Oh, is it my turn? Okay.
No, I think it's my turn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Add a new team member this week. Okay. So who are you talking to? Again, if you're working on your list of 100 names and places that you go to, are you picking out people that could be potential team members this week? Are you talking about the opportunity wherever you go? When you're going to your places, when you're doing your recruiting, when you're meeting with people, are you talking about the Avon opportunity? So add just one. We're not asking for 10. We're not asking for 2. We're asking for a minimum of 1 person this week to add to your to your team member, because if you build it, it will grow. So just 1 person at a time, you'll see such a huge difference in your business. So 1 person, look at your list, revisit your places, and add 1 team member this week.
One of the biggest things too is add, and you want to develop a leadership attitude. Do you have that yet? I hope so. If not, it's okay. And sometimes it's on a daily basis. We have to, you know, today we may not feel like a leader, but as the morning gets stronger, we need to try to get our heads in gear and be a leader. And what is a leader? A leader is someone who leads people, and you want to, you know, you hear me say sometimes, go crush your dreams. If you don't feel like a leader that morning, that you need to have a conversation, pop in, some motivational, go read something, get a leader attitude. When you're having your conversations with your people, ask yourself, what do I have to gain from this person I'm talking to? And I don't mean, wasting your time. If you got to have a phone call, what are you gaining from that person? Are you helping that person to develop their business? Or are you helping them as a customer? What is it that you have to gain? So look at each person. What can you do for that person? Because remember what you've heard, I think, is it Jim Rohn says that you help enough people, you'll get what you want to. So you've got your goals, but start focusing on the person who you're having a conversation with. And, you're going to have different people that are slow starters or big talkers. Each person that you talk to are going to be different. If they're slow starters, do not mean that they're not going to be great. I've seen a lot of people who, they become big sellers and big leaders later on. And as soon as they don't always start out strong, but they become later on. So you just want to look at those two. And everyone that you bring in your team, they're not going to be superstars. It's okay. If they want to just have an account for themselves, it's okay. You can't force people to do that, to be, want to be with you. Just, if you can sit there and say, you're going to make tons of money. And that person doesn't get that, it's okay. So look at each person differently. Let them choose their own path. You cannot have it for them. And just remember, this is a multi-level marketing business. You've got to grow, and sometimes you have to, divide your time. Don't spend your time on people who don't want to get there. You have to say next, and you have to grow on. You grow on. I like that. Just grow on. But just develop that attitude, and you learn over time, and you develop over time. We're always learning.
And you wanted to understand your compensation program. And we're going to go over some slides here now that just remind you, because there's been a lot of changes over the last little bit. And so we just want to have a reminder of the things that are happening now with your business, because you want to know what's driving your earnings, where your money's coming from. And so that when you are working with that new person, you can, and they're telling you that they need to earn $200 a month to cover a payment, or to save towards their retirement, or whatever their why is. You want to be able to show them how they're going to get to that amount of money through their sales, through their recruiting, through their bonuses, through Kickstart. You want to be able to let them know that, okay? So, and you yourself, you want to know it well enough that you can say, hey, I want to make this move to impact my own earnings. Okay, so we're going to take a moment to go through some of those things for you.
So here's some of your new, this is the new, as of campaign 9, which we're all going into right now, the earnings levels that are brand new. So as you can see, they've switched up a little bit. The fun part is the 0 to 20%, no matter what size, as long as it's $1, you're going to earn 20%. And then all fashion and home, obviously, is still 20%. And watches are now put into your beauty and jewelry, which is great too. So that's his campaign. This is his campaign 9.
That's a good thing.
I was like, where'd that slide go to? And remember, for new representatives, this is for new, because sometimes people think, okay, I just, I've been with Avon 2 years, but this is my first recruit. This does not apply to you. This is only brand new people that just started in the first 90 days. They can earn the $1,000 in 90-day challenge. And this is just kind of how it works. And we know a lot of you on the phone already, know this. We want to quickly go through this. So you'll have these slides that you can go back and share these with your team who do not know that. So remember, the first campaign, no matter what size order, they earn 40%. The second campaign 2 to 7, they earn 40% when they hit those goals. And then when they sign up their very first person, this is why whenever you're talking to your new team member, the easiest way is when you're out there talking, just talk about how this is so much fun. Bring a friend along. It's so much fun doing this with your friends, because when they do it from the beginning, they will get more money. They will earn the $50 per each person. And if they do 3, they'll earn that extra $200. So get them right in the beginning so that they'll have the money. And remember, you're going to get a percentage too, but this is their money. If they're growing and happy and making money, they'll stay with you.
Okay, you get $200 to $300.
So the path to your leadership success is, of course, you sell the product and you teach them to sell the product, You mentor and coach, you teach them to mentor and coach. And then once they're out of the Kickstart program, and all of you guys that are established, you're going to get $20 per each recruit. Plus you got that lifetime 3% sponsor bonus as long as you and they are both with the company. Great opportunity there.
And then here's kind of just a timeline of what you guys will be doing to continue yours. So as Dawn just said, you're going to sell and recruit and get your bonuses and your Kickstart and all that stuff. Continue to build a team, and there's always lots of bonuses in there. And I just got to move our faces so I can just kind of. So you've got, your increased earnings for all ambassadors from 2 to 3%. Promotion bonuses ranging from $500 to $20,000. It's a lot of money to put in your pocket and a lot of money to pass on to your downline to get them excited. Mentoring bonuses ranging from $250 to $10,000. I mean, who couldn't use all this extra money? Payments made out over 4 campaigns and a one-time grace campaign. So that's kind of just some of the stuff that goes with it. But it's just moving up. It's just building a team. As you build a team, you're going to be advancing up in the ranks, and then you're just going to consistently develop others to promote. You want a mentor because look at the mentor bonus things, $250 to $10,000 extra. So you just want to keep working with your team so they continue to make money, and this way you will continue to make money.
Well, and this is the duplication. Wow.
Sorry, a little music for you.
Well, hey, let's dance because it's all about the money. Selling and recruiting go along together. You want to duplicate this. It's the power of duplication, and teach your team member to do the same. I would never tell people, hey, either recruit or sell. It kind of goes together because we want, ask your people, do you want 1 paycheck or 2 paychecks? So it's about selling and recruiting. And when you teach others to sell and recruit, you are going to grow your team. You're going to reach your potential with unlimited money. So it's not, if you're out there selling, it's only you. But if you got a team growing, you're going to earn money from their efforts as well.
They do the same thing. Yeah.
So your 7 ways that you earn as a leader, you're going to get bonuses on your first, second, and third generation. Gold leaders are going to go to G1s. Executive leaders are going to get cash bonuses. Your first orders, you're going to get $20 bonuses, sponsoring 3% bonuses, bonuses for advancing your rank, bonuses for mentoring. So there's money coming in everywhere. It's all about just getting out there and doing it. It's one thing to say you want the things. It's another thing to do the actions. So make the actions make it happen for you.
And here's just a Here's just a breakdown of the money that you can make. Okay, this is something maybe you keep, maybe you laminate, you have in your office. You can look at it every day. Where do I stand? How much more do I have to go? How much, what's my potential for the next level? But this is kind of just a breakdown of how, as you go up in the ranks, the money that you can potentially put into your pocket. So like I said, put it on your dream board, laminate it, have it in front of you at all times.
And this is a nice slide. And a lot of times I've had people say, well, how many customers do I need? Or how many recruits do I need to get to such money? My rule of thumb is always whatever it says on here. If it says you need to have 3, 4, I would try to double it, because that way you're guaranteed to get the money, because some people are not going to put orders in all the time. But
Absolutely.
This is a wonderful, wonderful slide to keep. Because, if you want to have a goal, and when you're going to call us today or this week and say, hey, Tracy, I really want to talk about your goal. We want to know what level do you want to be? So you can tell us, hey, I want to be a star promoter by this time, and my future goal is this. So this is just nice to be able to look at, because a lot of the names have changed, and trust me, don't worry about it. Tracy, Tina, and Dawn cannot remember sometimes what's next on these levels, because they've changed, and it's okay. So laminate it.
I have it printed out.
Yeah, I still have that one on. What is it? The little mouse pad here.
Yep, me too.
If your sorry, what, Dawn?
No, go ahead.
If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, and do more, and become more, you are a leader. So you're a leader when you're helping other people, when you're out there each day. showing the new lipstick or talking about your business and helping others, you are a leader. And we appreciate you and hope this has been helpful. I'm gonna load this up now on our executive page so that you can use this, share with your team. It's really simple to go through and go back and learn, what each level means, each money, knowing each thing to help you with your business. Dawn, what were you saying?
No, I was going to go over the slides. That's okay.
Don't always trying to take your turn there, Tina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was trying to.
I love this slide. Dawn, you want to read it again?
I got it out of order. No, I just got out of order.
Well, we've been out of order anyway. Okay, we're going to leave it open now. I'm going to stop recording so people, well, you know what? I will record because if somebody has questions or something, someone who's going to listen in later may have that. So if you want to unmute yourself and let us have any questions or anything like that or anything you want to share, please do so. Anybody?
Nope.
Okay, well, we're going to end this. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope it was helpful. And we will, next week, remember next week is Easter Monday, so we will not have a call, but the following week, check out our executive page. I will be posting those on there. Don't always look for an email. We're going to try to keep that. We want to hold you accountable and looking at their executive page. And as you've got leaders that you're adding, you're welcome to add them to that page and share there as well, because that is just going to be about leadership on the executive page. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.